Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make folios for Christmas. So you have a link to all the measurements in the description under the video. You can go ahead and download it and have all the measurements for the folio. So we have our basic shapes of the folio from black cardstock. We have 5 pieces and we're going to score the pieces to make the folio. And then I'm going to show you how to add interactive mechanisms to that folio. So we're going to start with our larger pieces and we're going to score them on the short side at 1/2 inch and then on the long side at 1/2 inch and 7 inches. And we have 2 pieces, so we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other piece. Score on the short side at 1/2 inch and on the long side at 1/2 inch and 7 inches. Next we're going to score these are without any scoring, and then we're going to score our strip. We're going to score it every 1/2 inch. So we're going to start at 1/2 inch, then 1 inch, and then 1.5 inches. So this is all the scoring that we need to do. Next we're going to fold, and before that we're going to snip the corners where the score line intersect on both of our larger pieces. This will be much easier to fold and close later. That's why we remove the corners. So we're going to fold on all the score lines on all the pieces, and it's always good to burnish the folds with a bone folder or even with your fingers. So just fold on all the score lines. And then we are also going to fold our connecting strip. But first we're going to glue our pieces inside the larger pieces. Basically we're going to create 2 pockets. So we're going to apply glue on the inside of the 3 tabs. Take the piece of black cardstock that we have and then close the tabs on it. So you see on the right side there is no glue, so that will form a pocket. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other piece. Apply glue on the inside of the tabs and then attach them to that piece of black cardstock to create a pocket. And then we're going to connect the 2 pockets with our strip, and that will give us the folio. So let's add that piece, align it with the edge, close the tabs, and secure, burnish with your bone folder or your fingers. So now we have 2 pockets. We're going to cut the corners from our strip here. It will be easier to insert it inside the pockets. And then we're going to put the pockets with the openings facing each other. We're going to start with applying glue to the left tab, so from the edge to the score line, the first score line on both sides, and then insert it into the pocket. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Apply glue from the edge to the first score line on both sides, and then insert that into the pocket. And now we have a folio, which is very sturdy, and you can add all sorts of things on it and in it. Just make sure it closes properly, fold it nicely, and this is our folio. So what can you do with those folios? I've made 12 of them, and I'm going to make them into a 12 folios of Christmas. I'm only going to show you one. If you want to see all 12, you need to join the VIP room, and I will put a link in the description under the video how to join to see the entire 12 folios of Christmas. So now we're going to add some flaps. We're going to take the larger flaps and score them on the short side at 1/2 inch. And then we also have small flaps that we're going to score again on the short side at 1/2 inch. You have all the measurements in the cutting guide in the description under the video. You can go ahead and download it. So we need 4 flaps of each size, and we're going to fold all the score lines that we did. And these flaps are going to be interactive inside the folio, and under them you can tuck photos, journaling cards, etc. So how are we going to attach them to the folio? Let's bring the folio, and I'm going to show you. So we're going to apply glue to the tab, and then we're going to attach it to the left side of the folio, aligning it with the left edge like this, of course with the top and the bottom as well. So this is one flap. The second flap is going to go on the right side, and we're going to align it with the first score line that we have there. There are 3, 1 in the middle and then 2 on each side, and that is where we're going to align it with. So these are the vertical flaps, and then we're going to insert the horizontal flaps, which are the little ones. One is going to go on the top and the other is going to go on the bottom. So we're going to do it exactly the same way. Apply glue to the tab, attach the flap, aligning it in the center in between the 2 vertical flaps. Then we're going to repeat that with the top flap as well. And we still need to do exactly the same thing on the right side of the folio, because everything we put on the left side is going to go on the right side as well. So once everything is dry and both sides are complete, we can go ahead and start covering the folio with all the cover papers. So this is how it looks where all the flaps are attached. Now pre-cut all your cover papers, and then you can go ahead and play with the cover papers. You can mix and match patterns and colors and whatever you want to make it nice and festive. So I wanted to use all the papers that I have. I had only 8 by 8 papers, so I cut some of them and added 2 pieces on the same side because I didn't have a complete piece, but it still looks really good. Okay, so now let's cover the smaller flaps. You need to cover the inside and the outside, of course. The top one as well. And this is where you design your folio according to what you like, according to the colors, the patterns that you want. So this is the left side, and now we're going to do the right side. You also need to cover the gaps there, let's say the spine of the folio, with strips on the outside and the inside. And then, of course, embellish the folio. You can embellish it on the inside and on the outside. Go as crazy as you want. So basically, this is how the folio looks. Now I'm going to embellish it on the outside and on the inside. And like I said, I'm going to make 12 of those. And then of course fill them with photos, journaling cards. They can last you for 1 year. You can make many so you can use them for many years. You can insert the photos here. On the sides you can add journaling cards. I'm also going to make a little, not so little, but a really pretty box to store all the 12 folios. And here they are. Just want to show you how they look. The 12 folios of Christmas. This is the first one that we made. If you want to make all those folios as well as the box, the 3D box with the fancy cover that I'm going to show you, this has 2 opposite flaps. So you can join the VIP room where we have exclusive tutorials every month, freebies, printables, and all sorts of things. And if you want to join, I'll put a link in the description under the video where you can join the VIP room and make this project and so many other projects. So all folios are interactive, as you can see. All have lots of room for photos, journaling cards, etc., pockets, flaps, and so on. I really like how this turned out. I didn't go heavy on the embellishments, but of course you can if you want to. This goes up and has 2 pockets, one on the top and one on the bottom. So if you want to make this, you can just join the